Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning or
This is
afternoon.
yeah. What is it? What time is it? No, it's the late morning.
Well, for
We're
us.
we're still we're still waking up. But we wanted to again have another little tiny episode of having coffee with Billy and Bear. Our last video, which we did, I don't know, it was about 3 weeks ago, really got some nice comments on it. We were talking about dropping the hot rock, our stories, so to speak. And it was very pleasing to hear people how they reacted to it and got some nice emails and personal comments on it. So they all said, "Who's that good-looking lady sitting next to
Yeah.
you?"
I doubt it, but
No, no. But anyway, we wanted to get together again just for a few minutes and share kind of what's going on in our world. And if you can relate to that, that's wonderful.
hmm
I was when Billy came over this morning, I was telling her about my usual morning tradition of asking my higher self, what is it that I need to know today? And the download, I guess is what you would call it, the thoughts that I got was, what is your story? Tell your story. And since we had talked in the last video about our stories, a lot of times the perception is that they're negative, or it's our stories, our tales of woe, and things like that. But I thought to myself, it doesn't always have to be that way. It can be stories that are wonderful. And I guess a good way to put it is if you were to write a book or even an article, what would you write it about? And the chances are what you would write is positive. It's something that you are very interested in, that you have a passion for, that you want to share with people. I have friends that are writing books, and Billy has written a book, and that's their passion. So, anyway, what are your thoughts on that?
yeah, because I feel it's like my tagline, your passion is your path. And it really is, your path is about your story. So when we talked about letting go of the hot rock, that's just the story. If it doesn't feel good and if it's attracting more negative things to you, then that particular story, which was really formed by the power of your mind, which is playing off the old programming and the limiting beliefs. So now
Hmm.
you've created this, we consider that ego, anything that's not of the highest loving light, which is, that's who you are. So through all our false perceptions, we create this other story, of this
Hmm.
pain and woe. And it just matches, a lot of the 3D that we're still dealing with. So when we say let go of the hot rock, let go of that story that doesn't feel good because it's not you.
Yeah.
It's not the light. It's not, like you say, the passions, because you, like everyone else, have come here with purpose, with a divine plan. And if at the moment it doesn't feel good, it's only because your awareness and your attention is currently on that
Yes.
story that doesn't work
Right.
rather than on what you want.
And the emotions attached to it.
Yeah, so that writing, you mentioned writing a book, if you write a story, I think even just to do that exercise of writing, because a lot of people, if you're so stuck in the routine of the day to day, we sometimes need to stop and take time and maybe write and make a list. Well, what am I passionate about?
Yeah.
Really find who you really are. What is your true story?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, we talked about the hot rock. Well, this could be our warm rock. I mean, and that's our positive story. That's the
Yeah.
one, that's the story we want to share with people through conversation. You
Yeah.
meet somebody and you can change the energy by sharing your warm rock
Yeah.
that you do want to hold on to. That isn't a rock you want to turn and drop. That's something that you're holding because
Mhm.
it's positive, it's a higher vibration, it's love, and the chances are the ego isn't really involved in that.
Yeah, and you can always tell it to step aside. But I love how you said a warm rock, because since our mind, or the mind, works in pictures, we need these visions. But if you think about this warm rock, this is a way for you to determine, because a lot of people say, well, I don't know how, or
Yeah.
whatever. Well, this puts the power in your hand where you can now measure.
Yeah.
All right, is this warm?
Yes.
Is this the hot rock I need
Yeah.
to let go? So it's good job, Bear, on that one. Yeah.
Well, and anyway, just give it some thought. We all have conversations with family, friends, and whatever. And so as you're having this conversation with them, just as Billy said, what is the rock that you're holding? Is it a hot rock or a warm rock?
Yeah. How's it feel?
How does it feel?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If it feels good, yes, keep going. If it doesn't feel good,
And we all want to hear, I mean, let's be realistic about this. We all want to hear positive, loving stories or experiences, and because it's a higher vibration, and that's what life should be, and the ego stays out of it, pretty much.
Yeah. I noticed that, because a lot of people share. Well, we all share. We all want to be heard. We want to be accepted. Um, and what just kind of popped in is what typically or often happens when people begin to share and they realize, oh shoot, I have attention.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden that little fear of judgment or the fear of whatever, like, oh my gosh, like I'm on stage, even if it's just a one-on-one or whatever. And then before you know it, all of a sudden the conversation does turn to the hot rock. So
Right.
yeah, in those times, it's good to kind of see where you're at. And
Exactly.
because the true you is just this luminous, wonderful being. So yeah.
Well, Billy and I have talked about continuing on and doing these, and if you have comments, certainly, add your comment below the video,
Questions.
or questions or whatever it is. I think a lot of people can do that. Sometimes you have to log into YouTube in order to get a password and that. And I'm not very good at that, but
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Just
no,
try,
but
yeah.
just a click. And if you do want to know when these videos are coming out, you can click the subscribe and the bell, and that way the bell will notify you in your email when a new video coming out is there. So
awesome. Yes.
all right.
Yeah. And
anything else?
yeah, just to kind of close it too, and maybe we'll just do a little mini visualization to help. Is to practice, guess both of us kind of challenge you to say, okay, what is my story? You might discover the story that isn't working, but it's also important because if you are in charge, which you are, of your own life, your path, all of that, you want to be the creator of your story. You want to create from the present now. And it's time to, we were told don't daydream, stop daydream, that kind of thing. But you know what? Like Einstein taught, it starts in the visualization first. You create the energy that manifests into physical form. So think about it. What do you want? How do you see your life? Imagine if there were no limitations, money was abundant, love was abundant. What would you do? If you could do anything, what would you do? Who would you help? That kind of thing. That's part of your story because we're ever evolving and ever creating. So maybe just for a brief moment, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Really breathe through the nose. Let go through the mouth. Because I'm sure this stirred up some stuff. So let it all come up. Take another deep breath. Just let it go. Imagine those beautiful roots at the bottom of your feet. Feel yourself ground. Connect to Mother Earth. Just like that mighty oak tree. Invite your higher self, your I am presence, your God, Goddess self. And just call forth your story. Intend to release the old. You can imagine, if it helps, this beautiful ball of golden white light that your higher self sends down to you. It kind of rests over your head, and slowly releasing this beautiful golden liquid white light. If you're visual, you may even see like an iridescence. And just imagine it washing through you, entering the top of your head so that it washes through you and all around you, cleansing your aura, your energy field, your entire body, cleansing away any toxins as it works its way down through the torso as well, all the way down. Any toxins, any limiting beliefs, all that no longer serves you. And imagine that this liquid light, this golden white light, God's pure love, light, health, and happiness, even activates your DNA, your RNA, bringing you into perfect balance. You can already feel yourself tapping into your inner wisdom, your true self awakening, coming forward. And imagine now that you could see yourself in the very near future, awakened and alive. Your essence is beaming in the higher energies. Your true self is walking the path. See what you will do. Abundance all around you. See the people you share it with. See yourself telling this new, wonderful story. And throughout the day, allow yourself to step into this place. All you need to do is simply relax, take a breath, and you're instantly there. Add to the story often. Allow yourself to dream, to create, to call forth, and live your best life ever. And so I invite you to gently make your way back, bringing with you this vision, this new energy. As you bring yourself fully back, anchoring it in, feeling your roots, feeling yourself sitting. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, feeling refreshed and renewed, ready to share your new story.
Oh, that was nice. That was really nice. Very well done. You're so good at that.
Oh, thank you.
You really are. Okay, well, we'll wrap it up today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Billie's meditation. And it's all good. We do this because we love and care for all of you. And it's all good. So we'll see you next time, whenever that is.
Yes.
And never know what we're going to be talking about, but hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you, dear.
Yes, thank you. Yes, have a wonderful, glorious day.
Yes.
Cheers to you. Cheers to all of our friends. And share your stories.
Okay.
And we look forward to next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.